newsroom with why Michael Godawa's parents are filing a lawsuit against an Ellesmere police officer. Kendall?
Good afternoon, Tanya. Well, this morning, Michael Godawa's father told me his son wasn't perfect, but he wasn't trash either. And the police officer who killed his son had no reason to use deadly force. The 21-year-old was involved in an altercation with an Ellesmere police officer in June at the Finish Line Bar and Grill on Dixie Highway in Ellesmere. Police say Godawa tried fleeing from Officer David Bird, hitting the officer with his car. Officer Bird fired a shot at Godawa, who tried again to flee, striking a utility pole. He was transported to a local hospital where Godawa later died of a single gunshot wound to the chest. The lawsuit filed yesterday says witnesses stated it wasn't immediately obvious that Officer Bird was a cop, and Bird had no justification to use deadly force against Godawa because Officer Bird's life was not in jeopardy. Now, Godawa's father, Don, tells me his son had a bright future, and he doesn't understand why an officer would resort to shooting his son.
If he was wrong, he should have went to jail. I would have rather picked up a phone and talked to my son through a glass window and visit him at a jail than to have to go into Cooper's funeral home and to lay across his body and tell him goodbye. This has been so devastating for me.
Now, Don Godawa says he thinks Officer Bird should be charged for his son's death and should never be allowed to carry a firearm again. Officer Bird is currently on paid administrative leave from the Ellesmere Police Department. The Erlanger Police Department is handling the investigation. Right now, they're not releasing any more information or commenting on the case.